Welcome back to another one, part two. Hi, Jasmine Crochetter right here, and yeah, this is part two of me doing this Imigurumi book. Yes, it's still a 20, and I'll get a bookmark at some point. I just have not yet, and I will not yet. But this time we are doing the penguin. I can probably get rid of the little like bookmarker anyways because that's not the one I'm on anymore. I did finish January's whilst in January's. It's the 28th as I'm filming this, although this will not be posted in January. Oops. Bad scheduling. It just happens sometimes. But yes, I'm trying to look for the big picture. So these were the January ones, the walrus, which we did the last episode, and then the penguin, which we did here. I do have the walrus next to me. Obviously, you've seen him in the thumbnail. This is how he turned out. And then here is the penguin next to him. Again, you saw in the thumbnail. They are vastly different in size. Like, what? This one took me days to complete, and this one took me pretty much like a day to complete, which is very, very different. But to be fair, they are very different in size. Beanies usually do take a long time when you're crocheting. Just as an FYI, if you want to make a beanie, be prepared for a time commitment and a half. But yeah, they're going well so far. I'm not going to show him off too much. He had his own video, so we're going to set him back there for now. But yeah, so here is the penguin. Couple of things on it so far. One, the pattern for it, super easy. I love how all of the patterns are. I love how they're all referenced with all of the pictures and such. I do have all of the mini pieces already done for him, but I have to film with the bare body before we add the details to the baby. But there are a couple of things on the main body that I'm just like, one, the sweater, I messed up this bottom row with the color changing there. You can't really tell too much, but I definitely messed it up. That was 100% user error. That's not their fault. I did not read the pattern clear enough. Two, because of the harsh jacket on the color of the penguin, I did like a more of a charcoal gray than a black, although it definitely looks black here. There's like a little seam where the yellow is from how light and different the colors are that's showing it. Again, that's kind of just user error that I went with like a light yellow. I thought it would look cute because I made the darker yellow the other colors like that, so I thought it would look like cool. It wouldn't be too much of a clash. It's not a typical color that I ever would have put on a penguin, would be another yellow. So I was like, let's just full send it, let's go for yellow, because I think the yellow could actually look really nice. I do like the yellow. I think it does look really nice. But again, not a typical color I would have reached for. So again, that one's kind of just user error. The face, obviously, their face in their picture looks like stunning. Like if you look at the front cover of the little penguin, the lines are like very sleek. Mine are not. It's got like kind of like a little crooked piece right here from the color changing. The color changing on the sides and the tops look fine, but that's definitely like very noticeable. I'm not entirely sure if like that was my error or just the pattern. I was following their guidance and when to color change and such. Maybe if you guys have a good color changing technique, let me know, because that's just like it kind of happens with every pattern that I do though. There's always like that one piece that just like shifts and it looks funky. I don't know how to prevent that, so if you do, please let me know or send me like a link to a video like showing me how to fix it, because it just irritates me. It doesn't really affect the pattern at all. It just irritates me personally. But I need to drink. I'm not used to talking so much in the mornings anymore. Excuse me. But yeah, we have the base of the little penguin done. His details are obviously the beak. He's got some feet. He's got some blush as well, and then the earmuffs on him, which are not bad. I didn't put his eyes on him yet because I figured it would be more fun for you guys to see what they look like, you know, not done. So just to show for reference, this is the same UV eye that I made, like the resin eye. I don't know if you can actually hear that, but that's what they look like when they're painted. That's it painted black. And this is what they look like when I do make them. They are 100% like clear, pretty much see-through, if you can actually like see through it. I don't know. I mean, it's more cloudy. It's not really clear. It's not really see-through, but they're completely clear. Ooh, I'll find that one later. It's completely clear. Like, obviously, you're not going to have an eyeball like that. But they do look really cool. I do use hot glue just to put them on, just to stick them on the eyes. They're not like the most effective, but I always, you know, would let them know, be like, hey, this isn't baby proof, just to let you know, like, these, you probably could rip it. You probably could rip these suckers off. I have not tested that. I have something that I put UV eyes and I don't entirely love, so I might try to rip them off. So we'll see how that goes. Probably update at the end of this video. But yeah, they look like that. You can't really see them. They do look really cool. They have like fun pigments you can do, but I think just painting on black's obviously the best option. So I'm going to sew and attach and paint all the little details on this sucker, and he'll see you soon. It's a long time no see, at least for me anyways. For you, the video's just continuing on. It's been weeks for me. It is now early February. Oops. But I do have the finished penguin here, and I think it looks super cute. Again, this piece here, please let me know how to change it, because it looks good, but he looks like he's like looking that way, you know. I want him to look this way, he's looking that way. But we got his little feet on, got some blush in the cheeks, the eyes, the beak, and then the headphones is completely my error. I completely sewed them on horizontally sideways like that. Like, look at that. That's on me. I did that wrong. I take full blame that I messed this part up. But I think it looks super cute. Again, vastly different from the first pattern, who was humongous. Here's some side-by-side comparisons of these two. I think they are both super cute. This one still has my heart a little bit though. He's just a little cuter in my opinion. But I do really like how this one turned out. I do like the yellow on the penguin. It's not a traditional color that I would reach for, since, you know, I think the yellows would clash. But I think the different yellow actually looks pretty nice on it. Like, I'm not mad about it. I think it looks really good. I don't know. You'll have to let me know if I should remake it with a different colored sweater so it like pops more. But we'll see. I think it does look super cute. I do like it. And there is a lot of months left to go, unfortunately. These ones were only January. There is the whole rest of the month to go. The next month is 2 deers, and I think I have a couple of videos that I can pre-film to put both deers in one video, so that way it's one video a month and not the same video twice, where I'm basically just showing you the product that I made from it. So hopefully I can do both of them in one video. I also want to try to see, 1, how much yarn it uses, and then 2, how long it takes to make, because that is how I effectively price my plushies. And I did not do that for either of these two, but again, I'm not going to sell these for the year because I want to have like my own little photo shoot with all of them like this. But for future reference after, if I don't like some of them, which obviously I'm not going to keep all 24 of these, that would be a little psychotic, and I do sell them, I'm going to need to price them obviously. So it would kind of suck if I had to make another one just to price one. So I think next time I'm going to try to, 1, combine them into one video, so it's 1 video a month instead of 2 videos a month, because that just makes more sense to me, and for your viewing pleasures it just makes more sense. 2, I'm going to try to see how I could effectively like price them, and then 3, just we'll see how long they take, because some of them take longer than others. Obviously the walrus to penguin time difference, but to be fair, it's a hefty size difference as well. He took me a few days on and off. This took me like 2 days. So there's a difference, all right. But I'm not going to ramble any further because I have too many things to do. I have to finish up a couple of pattern tests that I'm doing on Ribbler. And then I obviously have to get started on that video. So without further ado, bye guys.